like in tears, like they felt it. They felt our emotion, and that was our reality.
Yeah.
And she stopped us.
She's really gonna tell a lot and show a lot. Yeah. And you know, Stacey and I always come from an authentic place. And
September 23rd, 2024, just before midnight, in a glamorous Miami venue lit up with gold and white balloons, two twin sisters in matching black designer outfits stood in front of a giant cake. They held each other's hands. They smiled at the cameras. Their hair, both of them, was platinum blonde, long, glossy, perfectly styled. Their makeup was light. Their skin was glowing. Their eyes, fans, were filled with something deeper than birthday excitement. It was disbelief. It was gratitude. It was the look of two women who, for 50 straight years, had been told what they could not do, what they should not be, what they would never become. And on this night, that night, in front of their family, their friends, their husbands, and millions of fans watching from home, they crossed the most symbolic threshold of their entire lives. 5 decades. Welcome back to the Tell-All Tapes, your home for the deepest, realest 90-day Fiancé documentaries on YouTube. Today, we are taking you inside the most important birthday in the entire Silva universe. The 50th birthday of Darcey Silva and Stacey Silva. The night the twins called themselves real-life dolls. The night a rare photo broke the internet. The night Georgi Rusev showed up late. The night Stacey was secretly carrying the weight of her crumbling marriage with Florian. The night that, looking back, might just be the most important chapter in the entire Silva legacy. Stay with me, because this is more than a birthday story. This is a coronation. Let's start with the basics. Darcey Silva and Stacey Silva were born on September 23rd, 1974, in Middletown, Connecticut. Their mother is Nancy. Their father is Mike. They had an older brother named Michael, who they lost in 1998 to cancer. So when Darcey and Stacey turned 50 in 2024, they were not just celebrating themselves. They were celebrating, in a very real way, the brother who never got to see his own 30th birthday. They were celebrating the family that survived him. They were celebrating the friendship that the two of them have built through every chapter of their adult lives. The marriages, the divorces, the TV deals, the breakdowns, the cosmetic surgeries, the fights, the reconciliations, the brand they built, the songs they recorded, the men they loved and lost. Every milestone of these two women has been a co-milestone. They have been together for it all. So when 50 came, it came for them as one. Not Darcey at 50 and then Stacey at 50. Just one big collective Silva 50. And the world, fans, was watching. The lead up to the birthday started weeks in advance on social media. Both twins began posting throwback photos, childhood pictures, teenage pictures, 20-something pictures, pictures from before the fame, before the surgery, before the franchise. Fans flooded the comments with love. People who had been watching them since 2017 felt like they were saying goodbye to one era of the Silva twins and welcoming another. Then on the actual day, September 23rd, 2024, Darcey and Stacey posted a video together. The caption was, quote, "Happy 50th birthday to us, Darcey and Stacey." The video was a montage. It showed them as little girls. It showed them as young women. It showed them through every season of 90 Day Fiancé. It showed their plastic surgery transformations. It showed them in House of 11 photo shoots. It showed them with their families. And then, finally, it showed them in present-day glam, twin-powered, glowing, smiling at the camera with the kind of confidence that 50 years of life will give you when you have actually used those 50 years to grow. The twins said in the video that they were excited to begin their 50s. They said they felt like real-life dolls. Real-life dolls. That phrase, fans, that phrase right there captured the whole journey. They had spent decades of their lives trying to look like dolls. Bigger lips, tighter skin, smaller waists, sharper jawlines, higher cheekbones. And now, at 50, with all the procedures behind them and the dust settled, they finally felt like the dolls they had been chasing for so long. Was the doll comparison empowering? Was it sad? Was it both? That is a question I think every viewer has to answer for themselves. But the twins said it. And they meant it. Now, let's talk about the photo. Because the photo, fans, is the thing that broke the internet. A close friend of the twins, a woman named Kelsey Zubkoff, posted a series of pictures from the birthday celebration on her own social media. And one of those pictures, fans, was unlike anything fans had seen in years. It was light makeup, soft hair, no heavy editing, no social media glow, no augmented reality filters making their eyes bigger and their noses smaller. Just Darcey and Stacey in their matching black outfits, standing next to each other, looking like two beautiful, slightly tired 50-year-old twin sisters at the end of a long, glamorous night. Fans went into a frenzy. Some were shocked. Some said, "Oh my God, they look so much better without the filters." Some said, "Finally, we see the real them." Some said, "They look like normal women. Just stunning normal women." Some said, "This is the most beautiful they have looked in years." And honestly, fans, that photo was a quiet kind of victory. Because for years, the twins have been criticized for being too edited, too filtered, too altered. And on the night of their 50th birthday, with their guards down, with the celebration around them, with friends taking candid shots, they showed the world what they actually look like. And the world responded with love. Not with mockery, with love. That, fans, is the kind of moment that very few reality TV stars ever get. The moment when the world, after years of doubting you, finally says, "You are beautiful exactly as you are." But every Silva story has its drama, and the 50th birthday party was no exception. Because while Stacey arrived at the celebration on time, alongside her husband Florian Sukaj, Darcey's husband Georgi Rusev was running late. Late, fans, to his wife's 50th birthday party. Stacey and Florian were already at the venue. Darcey was waiting. The guests were arriving. And Georgi, the husband, the partner, the man who had spent years trying to convince the franchise that he was the real one, was nowhere to be seen. Eventually, when Darcey did find out why he was late, the reason was strange. Georgi, it turned out, had received a promotion at work. A big promotion. Darcey discovered, on the night of her own 50th birthday, that her husband had been promoted to the director of operations at his workplace. Some sources have suggested he was even running the show as the boss at the spa where he worked. And here is the kicker. Darcey had not known. She had thought her husband was a, quote, front desk guy. For whatever reason, Georgi had been sitting on this big career update and only mentioned it to Darcey on her birthday when she asked him why he could not get one day off. Imagine that, fans. Imagine your husband can't get the day off for your 50th birthday because he just got promoted at a job you didn't even know he had a leadership role at. That is the kind of detail that, in any other marriage, would be a 5-alarm fire. But on the surface, Darcey kept it cute. She told the cameras. She made the moment about the work he was doing. She did not tear him apart on television. But fans saw it. Fans noticed. And looking back at it from 2025 and 2026, with everything we now know about Darcey and Georgi's marriage troubles, that 50th birthday moment was the first crack of the dam, the first sign that something was off, the first hint that Georgi's attention was somewhere else, and that Darcey was about to be left to celebrate the biggest milestone of her life, partly alone. Stacey, meanwhile, had her own quiet pain. Because at the time of their 50th birthday, Stacey was about to enter the second season of 90 Day the Last Resort with Florian Sukaj. The marriage was already in trouble. The trust issues from the Shanti Zora scandal had never fully healed. Florian's behavior was inconsistent. Stacey was, behind the scenes, already considering the future of her marriage. And yet, on the night of their 50th birthday, she put on her makeup. She smiled with her sister, she partied like a queen, and she pretended like everything was fine. That is the part of being a public figure that the cameras don't always capture. Smiling on your birthday while your heart is quietly breaking. The toasting with champagne while your husband stands next to you, and you can already feel him drifting away. The 50th birthday photo will live on the internet forever, with Stacey looking gorgeous and confident. But the truth, fans, was that Stacey was already in the early stages of grieving her marriage on that very night. That, more than anything, is the bittersweet part of this whole story. The Silva twins turned 50 together. They celebrated together. They posted together. They smiled together. But underneath the glitter, both of their marriages were quietly on the brink, and neither of them said it out loud that night. Because that night was about each other. That night was about being twins. That night was about surviving. Now I want to take a step back and zoom out, because here is what I think the 50th birthday actually means in the bigger picture of the Silva story. When Darcey first walked onto 90 Day Fiancé in 2017, she was 42 years old. The franchise treated her like a punchline. The internet mocked her. The men she dated belittled her. And the conversation around her was, basically, what is this older woman doing chasing love with younger men on television? 7 years later, on her 50th birthday, the conversation had completely flipped. By 2024, Darcey and Stacey were no longer the punchline. They were the icons. They had outlasted nearly every cast member of the entire franchise. They had built House of 11. They had released music. They had filmed 4 seasons of Darcey and Stacey. They had appeared on countless spin-offs. Fans had grown up with them. New fans had discovered them. The same women who had been ridiculed at 42 were, at 50, the queens of the franchise. Read that again, fans. The queens. That is not luck. That is the result of refusing to quit, refusing to disappear, refusing to let men, critics, surgeons, producers, or anybody else tell them when their story was over. The 50th birthday was the public moment when the world finally had to admit it. The Silva twins are forever. They are not going anywhere. They survived. They thrived. They became real-life dolls, as they put it. Or, as I would put it, they became real-life legends. There is also something quietly powerful about turning 50 in this particular franchise. The 90 Day Fiancé universe is built, often, on young romance, young men, young women, K-1 visas, engagements, wedding planning, new babies, new families. The franchise rarely makes space for women in their 50s. The franchise rarely centers a story on a woman who is no longer in her 20s or 30s. And yet, in 2024 and 2025, 2 of the most watched stars of the entire universe were 2 twin sisters turning 50, Darcey and Stacey, simply by aging on camera, by surviving on camera, by celebrating 50 on camera, were doing something quietly radical. They were proving that older women have stories worth watching. They were proving that women in their 50s can still be sexy, still be fierce, still be in love, still be fighting for their marriages, still be releasing music, still be running businesses, still be inspiring fans. They were proving that the most interesting part of a woman's life does not stop at 35. That, fans, is the cultural achievement of the Silva twins that nobody really talks about. They have made 50 look fabulous. They have made 50 look fearless. They have made 50 look like the beginning of something, not the end. In the months after the 50th birthday, the twins did not slow down. Stacey went back to the last resort to try and save her marriage with Florian. Darcey went back to Happily Ever After Season 9 to confront Georgi about everything that had been quietly broken. House of 11 launched new collections. New music dropped. The Times Square billboard moment for Surreal magazine happened in 2025. And every interview, every appearance, every Instagram post in the year after the birthday was infused with a different energy. The energy of women who knew they had survived something. The energy of women who knew they had earned their place. The energy of women who, when they look at themselves in the mirror at age 50, finally see somebody they are proud of. That energy, fans, is worth more than any plastic surgery. That confidence is worth more than any filter. That clarity is worth more than any romantic partner. And on the night of September 23rd, 2024, in a Miami venue full of love and champagne and balloons, that clarity came to life for the first time. The Silva twins, at 50, became their fullest selves. The chapters before the 50th birthday were the building blocks. The chapters after the 50th birthday are the empire. So I want to leave you with the questions, fans. Tell me honestly, in the comments, did Darcey look more beautiful at 50 than she did at 42? Be honest. There is no wrong answer. Was Georgi Rusev wrong to show up late to his wife's 50th birthday party because of a work promotion he had not even told her about? Yes or no? Are the Silva twins the most iconic twin reality TV stars of all time, in your opinion? Bigger than the Olsens in their reality runs? Bigger than the Kardashian-Jenner pairings? Bigger than any twin duo this franchise has ever had? And finally, What was your favorite Silva twin moment of their first 50 years? Was it Darcey crying over Jesse Meester? Was it the steak dinner with Aniko stepping in? Was it the turkey surgery trip? Was it the lock your number single? Was it the moment Stacey and Florian got married? Was it the 50th birthday photo itself? Tell me. I want to read every single answer. And if you are someone, anyone, who is approaching a big birthday of your own, drop a candle emoji in the comments below. Let's celebrate every fan in this community who is about to walk into their own next chapter. Whether you are turning 30, 40, 50, 60, or any milestone in between, this video is for you. If this hits you in the heart, smash that like button. Subscribe to the Tell All Tapes for new 90-day Fiancé documentaries every single week. Share this with the friend you always send the Silva twin chaos to. This was the Tell All Tapes, and we will see you in the next one.